little backstory to why I'm reviewing this figure. First off, love Siege. I feel like I want to get through all those figures. But the main thing is that this figure was suggested to me through my Discord. The amazing Phobit on my Discord server, links in the description, asked me to review Siege Skytread, or Flywheels, whatever you want to call them. And yeah, I'm going to be reviewing him today. There's a lot to talk about with him, especially relating to the Duocon concept and how that relates to the Power of the Prime's battle trap. But there's a lot of good to this figure and some gripes. But we'll be looking at them today. My name's Stitch Productions, and today we'll be looking at Skytread. And here we have Skytread in his vehicle modes, and these look very nice. Now, as you could easily tell, this guy is a Duocon. That being like, Road Trap and I forgot their name. You know who I'm talking about. The Power of the Primes fellas. So these guys are compatible with them, and I will show them off in the size comparisons. But I think these little guys are fine. There isn't really much to them, honestly. And my biggest complaint is the gun storage. Now, I feel this looks fine right here, but the way the instructions show it is having two guns right here. Yeah, it doesn't look good. So you either have to put the gun on the, put it on the plane somewhere just to make it look a little better. But this gun in particularly is meant to go right here, and it doesn't go in all the way. And, you know, it's nice to have a posable gun for a tank, you know? So that's where this upgrade kit comes in. Now, as you can see, this little thing is some gray plastic that I 3D printed. Yeah, I've been 3D printing a lot lately. And this is actually made from a person called Jess Lynn Makes Robots. And they've made some awesome things whenever I have like a thing that's 3D printed or an upgrade thing, I will do it with the review of the figure that it's meant for. So it belongs to the Slam Dance and Skytread. And it goes like so. You could plug it into the gun in the back, and then it goes right here in that. And then posable. That makes a hell of a difference. Now I could reprint this in black, but I think this is awesome. And I feel like this really helps the figure. So I recommend you either shapeways this or download this yourself. And I'll leave links to Jess's Cults 3D thing. That's where I downloaded it. And I highly recommend this. And the fact that this is free, come on. Just support a creator who's trying to make some awesome stuff. And yeah, that's about it for the vehicle modes. I mean, this roll's fine. The jet mode's fine. And like the original Power of the Primes fellas, the vehicle modes aren't necessarily anything special, but it's the robot modes that really go into this. But there is a downside to these two, which I'll get into after the transformation. And here we have Skytread in his robot mode, and this is Skytread, alright. I mean, it's kind of weird having this guy as the Wave 1 Decepticon. I mean, we got him and Megatron and Battlemaster, and that was it for Wave 1. And then Wave 2, we didn't get a lot either. I mean, what sucks is all the Voyagers are getting Decepticons, and the fact that our Deluxes are very limited, like with Barricade, Spinister, and Refractor, you don't get much Decepticons. But for a Decepticon, this guy is pretty decent, if you ask me. I mean, yeah, he's not the best of the wave. I think that would have to go with, like, Sideswipe. But this figure is very good. His two guns look very, very nice. I don't know why he came with two guns. I mean, just him having one gun would have been fine, but this does, I kind of know why. So they could do the combat system. So these two guns combine, and then you got an extra long gun. And yeah, I mean, this is fine. This is cool, but personally, I don't care. And the fact that the little upgrade thing could just stay in there while doing all this. That really makes me like it a bit more, just because I don't ever need to take it off. But I'm gonna reprint it just so I could do one for Slam Dance and, you know, have this a nicer color. But very nice figure. That's about it for the figure. I mean, there isn't really much to say. I mean, it's very nice to have our scavengers complete, and I mean, closer to complete. Come on, Hasbro, give us a G1 crankcase. But yeah, that's about it for this figure. There isn't really much to say about it. He does look like the G1 guy, like, and what's weird is this guy was never really in the G1 cartoon, and he was in the intro. Isn't that weird? But yeah, that's about it for this guy. For posability, he can look all the way around. He can look somewhat up and down. He can T-pose, swivel here, elbow. His wrist can go in, but that's because of transformation. Nothing at the waist because his gimmick. He can do the splits. He has a swivel here, knee, and not a good pivot. That kind of sucks. I feel like I remember him having a better pivot. But if you want him to get a better pivot, you're going to have to open the knee, and then that looks off. But yeah, that's about it for this guy with the posability. So yeah, let's go into the size comparisons and the final thoughts. For size comparisons, here you see Skytread with Iron Tread, Blitzwing, Sound Barrier, Paleotrex, Dinobot, and Kingdom Megatron. And for the extras, of course, I have to throw in Battle Trap. So overall, do I recommend this figure? So the biggest problem with this figure is Battle Trap. Now, Battle Trap is a whole nother beast that I have to tackle in another video. But the fact that they managed to throw two figures combining into one seamlessly, with some problems, of course, makes this figure look superior to him. And there lies the big issue. Even though they're compatible and they can swap legs and torsos, you know, you kind of want to have that. It sucks when you have Battle Trap and then you have Skytread, whose body doesn't transform into two different figures. I mean, I still recommend this figure. I think he's a fun figure, but if you have, I would still recommend Battle Trap because you can still get him for a decent price on eBay and websites like that. So yeah, if you see this figure in the wild for a decent price, I say get him. But if you do have this figure, I recommend, again, going and downloading the upgrade thing, links in the description. And I gotta thank the amazing Phobit again on my Discord server for suggesting I do this figure. And if you want to suggest a figure, join my Discord. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, guys.